Have you ever wondered where or how people in developing countries live if most of us don't actually live in apartments? Of course, there are many apartments here, especially because I live in Jakarta, the capital city of Indonesia. But the truth is, only a small number of people can afford to live in apartments. Life in a developing country is quite different from life in developed countries. Here in Indonesia, especially for people who move to big cities for work or college like me, living in a rented room or what we call a house is much more common. And today I want to show you a little part of my life as someone who lives alone in Jakarta. I usually try to save money by cooking my own meals. For example, in this video, I bought a simple ingredient like tempeh and water spinach. Basically, a house is a place where someone builds a house or a building and rents out individual rooms for people who need a place to stay. The price can range from around 500,000 rupiah to 2 million rupiah or even more per month, depending on the location and facilities. That's around 30 to 120 US dollars. There are many types of costs. Some provide shared kitchens, shared bedrooms, shared refrigerators, and some already provide basic furniture like a bed and wardrobe. This is the most common type, but there are also empty rooms where you need to bring your own furniture. And there are also a room with private bedrooms inside, which is what I have now. Since I live in Jakarta, the rental price here is usually a little more expensive compared to other cities in Indonesia. My room costs around 1 million rupiah per month, which is about 60 US dollars or around 55 euros. For that price, I get a small room. It doesn't have air conditioning and electricity is not included. But I have my own private bedroom inside my room, and that makes me feel comfortable because I can use it by myself. By the way, if you hear some noise in this video, it actually comes from my small fan. I don't know why, but even though this fan is quite small, the sound is really noticeable when I'm recording. So I added some background music to make the audio more comfortable to listen to. Even though my room is so small, it is not a problem for me. The most important thing is keeping it clean, organized, and making it feel comfortable. I believe that a comfortable home doesn't have to be big or luxurious. I learned how to take care of myself, manage my daily life, and appreciate small things. As long as it becomes a place where I can rest, recharge, and feel peaceful after a long day, that is already enough. Living alone also teaches me many things. To save money, I sometimes cook my own meals. In Indonesia, cooking simple food can actually be very affordable. For example, I bought tempeh, water spinach, and tofu. Each item only costs around 5,000 rupiah, which is less than 50 cents in US dollars. It may look simple, but it is already enough for me to eat one or even two meals. I actually enjoy cooking because it makes me feel more independent. There is something satisfying about preparing your own food after working all day. After cleaning and cooking, this is how my room looks at night. I like turning on this warm LED light because it makes the room feel more cozy and comfortable. Even though this room is small, little things like this make it feel more like home. Besides living alone, I'm also working while continuing my studies. My monthly income is around 4 million rupiah, which is about 240 US dollars or around 220 euros. For living alone in Jakarta, it is actually enough, but I would say it is quite tight. I have to divide my money between rent, daily expenses, food, transportation, and my college expenses. That is why I try to manage my money carefully and sometimes cook my own meals. On weekdays, I usually work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. My job is related to administration. I usually handle purchase receipts, input data, and organize documents. Since my room is close to my workplace, it really helps me save time and makes my daily life easier. Living in Jakarta can be tiring sometimes. The city is always busy with many people and activities everywhere. But having a small room to come back to after work makes me feel comfortable. This little room might not be a luxury apartment, but for me it is already enough. It is a place where I can rest, study, cook, and build my life here in Jakarta. And before I end this video, I also want to say that English is not my first language, and I know my English is not perfect yet, but I'm trying my best to practice and share my story using English. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say, and thank you for listening to my little story. And if you're curious about my daily life as someone living alone in Jakarta, don't forget to subscribe. Have a nice day and be kind to everyone. Bye bye.